Welcome to 5 Minute Friday, everybody, where we share our best tips and tricks to help you get just a little bit better every week. Eddie, this week I am lighting up.
Very much so.
Very much so. If you're not watching the YouTube version, you are missing out. I have lights on my chest, and it's fantastic.
And the Grinch.
And the Grinch, too. Yeah, it's a very nice sweater. I wanted to talk through this week dealing with unexpected changes.
You've had a bit of this in your life lately.
A little bit, a little bit. And I've had it happen before too. And it's very applicable to anybody who is in a project management role in the industry. So have you ever had a job where something at the last hour switches up on you? You feel like the rug just got pulled out from under you. Like, we have been planning this for 2 months. We have been talking about it for 2 months. And we're at the week when it's supposed to happen. And then something changes. Somebody decides to do something. And the rug just, completely gets pulled out from underneath of you. This is something that I know is common in construction and I deal with in my line of work and film and all of that stuff now too. This is less about the unexpected change happening, more about how we handle it. I have some advice for people. Nod your head. Like, don't roll over, but just be willing to say, we got it. We're good. We can do this. It's okay. I'll tell you what, that brings a confidence back in the room when you're just able to say, no big, we'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We're going to roll with the punches.
Can-do attitude.
Can-do attitude. That goes so stinking far with clients specifically.
Yeah.
If something happens for them or if something unexpected happens, usually it's happening on their end too. The best thing that you can do is just sit down and say, you know what? I mean, it's inconvenient, but we'll figure it out. It's all right. You know, we got a good team. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it happen. It goes so stinking far. Be flexible, I think is kind of the moral of the story. I know you've dealt with this in the past too. So do you have any sage wisdom in that regard?
Well, I think there are a few sorts of people. Like when changes happen, one sort might feel really bad about it. And like, we're all aware that change is a nuisance. We're all aware that much so. Change is like not the desired outcome. Mm-hmm. So there's one sort of person out there that gets very like, maybe a kind of socially, emotionally worried about that. Like, I'm really kind of asking this person to do a lot more. They're going to get aggravated with me. And so having the good attitude for somebody you're working for is an amazing way of just setting their mind at ease, taking all of that off and making them a believer in you, right? Yeah, a believer in you, your company, what you represent, what you're doing. Yeah. There's another sort of person out there that might just look more at the ones and zeros, and it's more of a monetary thing. Yep. And for that person, they care too, because for that person, they might not feel socially, emotionally bad about asking you to do an extra thing. It's like, work happens. Mm-hmm. Life sucks. Get it done. Same thing though. A lot of times companies will nickel and dime in that moment and just really become change order monsters. Yeah. The
opportunist.
Change, yes, the changes may come. The change order may come. Like there may need to be extra money, but not focusing on that thing at the outset has huge value because it, again, just kind of lets you out of the room where you're like, it's no longer charged. Mm-hmm. Just, okay, this person's going to take care of this problem for me, right? And I get that, if you have somebody that's asking you to do stuff all the time, and it's,
there should be a line. There should be a line, and there should be some reasonable discussion when
You're
that
not
happens.
calling us to roll over. You're calling us to have a good attitude.
Have a good attitude.
Yeah.
Because change is going to happen. Expect it. It's going to.
Right.
So don't get frustrated when it does. And oh man, when I first started as a detailer, the changes would come and I would get so irritated. I would get so flustered and frustrated. And I would spend 30, 40, 50 minutes badgering on about it to you or dad or whoever.
Which we've talked about in the past.
We've talked about a lot, and I would waste so much time. And think about it from a hiring perspective. If you're in the role of PM, who would you rather work with as a sub? The sub that just goes, "Oh, we got it. We'll handle it. It's cool," and they do, and they make it work, and they don't complain. Or do you like the sub that complains the whole time and whines and says, "Oh, this is going to cost me so much money," and then, "Oh, the delays and da 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 da," and we have a schedule and da da da. Like, listen, the former isn't just saying we don't think about those things. It's just saying we're going to try to find an alternate route. We're going to start figuring out other ways. Like in the situation I was talking about, it's, hey, we'll get another set. It's cool. And I meant that. Like, we'll find another one. It's okay.
Yeah,
we got it. That goes a long way with just being a good person to work with. So happy holiday reminder to you. Try to be a good sport. I understand it's hard, and I don't do this perfectly every time. We know this, but just a friendly neighborhood Grinch reminder. Don't be a Grinch. All right, guys, go build something awesome.